Hello, everybody. Yeah. The paradise. How we doing on this wonderful Monday? Hope you're doing well. We're going to do some breeze ops out of Fort Lauderdale up to Birmingham and back today. Cody Hernandez, good to see you. Curtis Wheeler, Shoiler's in the house. What's up, man? Nick Metcalf, hello. AV Zappermaster, Dragon Slayer. Jacoby, doing well. How you doing? Flight Instruct, hello. Welcome on in. How are we doing? Everybody wanted me to do breeze ops, so we're going to do breeze ops today. Unless we got a storm getting ready to roll in here to Fort Lauderdale. Might be interesting weather on the way up to Birmingham today. Birmingham. Paint me a Birmingham. Yeah, that's the song. Paint me a Birmingham. I think. A chill Monday. It is. And exciting news, they just announced that this airplane comes out tomorrow. You'll be able to get your hands on this thing tomorrow. So it was like $66 or something, right? Now, what they went like 66 something. I forget what it is, but it was like, they should have done 67. Just, you know, they should have just done it. They were so close to doing 67. They should have just done it. They should have just done it. See, I'm getting my Birmingham talk ready to go. Benny Bear, thank you very much for 50 months. 51 total, I'm sorry, on Twitch. Appreciate you. Awful got one more oral till CF2 check ride. Oh, man. Yo. Commander Gaming, did you hear about the Wisconsin tornado? I did. I did indeed. Have a look around here, man. So I am using auto FPS for the first time today. Mr. Captain Canada kind of convinced me to give it a shot. He's been using it. So I did set mine to 55. And so it'll adjust the settings on the fly to maintain 55 knots. 55 frames per second. I still have one more thing I have to do for my startup checklist here, and that is to run the map program. I'm not used to having to run the map program, so it always just throws me off a little bit. It's not the end of the world. You know, it's just something I just gotta do it. And for some reason, all my zip files get moved. There we are. Here we are. Run the bat. Run it. Should be running now. It's red. There it is. Map server's running. Sweet. We'll have our map today, which is a requirement in the A220. You're supposed to be running your map the entire time. I've learned a lot about the airplane since the last time, and out of respect to the developers and to people that are going to be looking for guides on how to fly the airplane, I went ahead and just privated the last stream. There's no reason for it to exist. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. Well, I mean, we knew 60% of the airplane, and I would rather know like 80%. You know what I mean? So, out of respect, I went ahead and just delisted it. So if you're wondering where that went, that's where it went. That is where it went. All right, slide on over here. External power in use. Nav lights on. We'll turn that logo light on. Seatbelt signs, no peds coming on. Have a look upstairs. Off, off, off. Let's just do the whole thing. Dome, that's fine. Entrance, that's fine. Window heats would be off. Then we have all this guys down here reading. Wipers are off. Across the board, that looks good. Hydraulic panel set. PTU's auto for now. Bus isolation. Batteries coming to the on position. Gens are good. We're using the external power right now. And APU is off as of right now. Fuel is in auto, off auto. And forward cargo to low heat. Auto. Anti-ice is good. ELT is good. On, down. Pressurization panel looks good to me. Arm the emergency lights. And we're good. All the systems are powering up. Look at that. Recommend on how to learn to play this. Seems every time I get an air, the plane doesn't want to stay up. Jay Gable. Start with small airplanes and move your way up. That's the best way to do it. AJ, I'm going to go complain to Reddit. You better, man. You better. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really do appreciate you, dude. 49.99 euros equals $56. Why are they charging 66.61? I don't know. There's a GBP conversion happening, not euro, and I don't know what that is. But I think it's like 59.99 GBP, right? Is that what it is? I want to say that's what it is. Something like that. Yeah. We're gonna be Moxie. What flight are we? We are Moxie 386 real world route. Look at that. We rarely fly real world routes, don't we? Real world routes. Man, say that fast. That is not an easy thing to say fast. Remove GPU, remove chunks. Well, we don't want to do any of that stuff yet. Jetway, that's all fine and good. We're happy with it. Good job. My flight. Import it. From Simbrief. 49.99 GBP. There you go. So there you go. Equals $56. Oh, wait. So there you go. Earl Access. Did I not put a Y on there? Did I screw that up? Hey, it's Earl Access. Here, I'll fix it for you. You won't be the first or the last person to say that, so. There you go. Already fixed. Already put a fix into maintenance. They're getting on Earl Access and putting it on early. Update our weather here. We know it's going to be storming here. Look at that. Fort Lauderdale showing 272.035 Zulu. 080 at 4 knots, 7 miles of visibility. Thunderstorms in the area there, as you can see. Few at 1,500, broken at 3,000. Cumulonimbus broken 5,000, broken 13,000, broken 25,000. Temp 26, dew point 24, altimeter 2990. It's gonna be it's hot and humid. Look at that. Look at those numbers right next to each other. Occasional lightning, cloud to cloud, ground, west, north, northeast. Thunderstorms west, north, northeast moving. Cumulonimbus in the distance, southwest and west. Boy, that's a big one today, isn't it? We got a lot of weather out there. I'm gonna turn this music down because we always get these weird songs. Like, this is a synth wave. It's supposed to be like chill music, but it just says this like on a keytar. I'm gonna press that pedal disc in there for now. I'll check those masks. Just so we can say we did. You know? So we can say we did. All right. Yep. So map on my side will be terrain. And it is working. Just wanted to make sure that's working. Same thing over here. Terrain. When that becomes a thing. But for now, we'll be all right. Air system, electrical system. There we are. On the left side, we're good on all that stuff as well. Get my map stuff all set up here as well. We might as well do it. Airports, aids, and range out select. I like that one. Estimated speed. You can kind of set it up however you want it to be, but we're just gonna go ahead and do that. I think it's term waypoints. Isn't that the other one? I can't remember which one it is. We shall see. Current conversion 1 GBP to 133 US dollars, 66.42. There you go. I don't know, man. I can't tell you what they're doing with the pricing. Horn on and off since 6 a.m. Oh, okay, I got you. Captain Aviation will be following on flight plan. Remember, we are on SayIntentions. If you want to fly along on Skynet, we will be doing that. We will be doing that. All right. We done messing around? We should be done messing around, right? A little bit. I think we should. If you ask me. All right. Status page. Air. We're not worried about that right now. Doors are closed and armed right now, which is kind of strange. I know that door is open. Electrical panel. Controls, fuel, hydraulic, yep. Hydraulic system, circuit breakers, we're good there. which is interesting in this airplane. The circuit breakers are like virtual circuit breakers. We have a few in the back here, and back there, but they're mostly virtual circuit breakers. It's a very electric airplane. How can you follow along? On SayIntentions website, on the tracker, you can follow along. Reasonable price for an airliner these days. I agree. I think that's a very fair price for what you're getting. I'm using a Thrustmaster HOTAS, the white one that says Microsoft Flight Simulator on it. It's like the HOTAS X or something like that. I forget the name. I think that's what it is. I want to say that's what it is. All right. Enough chit chat. Let's get started, y'all. Load sheet time. Import. And we're just going to load the airplane. There it goes right there. Down to the FMS. We'll call it FMC. We'll get in trouble for that. Don't do that. Don't be the one to do that. Position page. This is the database stuff. I find it incredibly boring to go through database information. Some people love that stuff. I don't care about it. Position. I don't care about it because, you know. Flight plan. Before we do the uplink, this is important. You go to the secondary. It puts well, it doesn't really matter. It can be on the primary, but when you import your flight plan uplink from SimBrief, it's going to go to your secondary anyway. That is just in case FMS1 fails on you. Hit send off on that. There it is right there. Fort Lauderdale to Birmingham, flight level 380. Looks good to me. Secondary winds, secondary fuel, all that stuff. Now, once we start punching all this stuff in and activating it, it's going to automatically flip over to our main FMS. We're taking off out of Fort Lauderdale, Seb. Yes. I know what GBP or GPB stands for. It's easier to say GPB than say Great British Pounds. Everybody, Great British Pounds here. It's going to be Great British Pounds of this to convert to this. No, I'm not saying that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let's have a look at our SimBrief numbers that they gave us here. We can see our numbers over here, but we're going to have to put a lot of stuff in manually, which is fine. Departure out of here is going to be the Hard Rock 2, baby. And that's going to be off a runway. They're giving us 10 left. We'll see if we actually end up getting it. We should. We should. Hard Rock 2. And that'll be a transition of smells. There we go. You just hit done. Arrival into Birmingham is just direct wands. So it's just runway 24. So runway 24. Oh, it's the song. Oh, it's not letting me select a... Oh, because... Oh, yeah. That's all well and good. Let's go ahead and... we're going to put our flight number in. It's 386. I'm going to put that in here. 386. And then we're also going to come up here to this guy. And double check. That's going to be correct on... Yeah. No, that's all fine and good. Let's go our CNS. Flight ID. I don't think you have to put the MXY, but it doesn't hurt. We're just going to do it for ATC purposes. We'll put that in there. It's on standby now, but we'll change that over to TARA. You wouldn't do that in the real airplane. I understand that. Trust me. I get it. Back to Sin. Yep. Sin page on that guy. All right, back down to here what we were doing. We're a flight level of 380. And we'll get all that stuff in just a second. Let's activate it. Let's get our wins. Flight plan replace. Fuel page. Here we go. Let's get our ZFW 106050. 106050. Now you'd wait to put the CG in, but we're simming, so we're going to put 25.4 in there so we don't forget. And our block fuel, well, we should know it. It's 14.6 today. 14.6. We'll put that in, 14.6. On the block, what was our taxi fuel? Our taxi fuel is supposed to be... we could look it on the... I didn't put it in Delta. I like reading the Delta one better, personally, but where's my light? Here it is. The OFP summary and fuel. Yeah. Takeoff weight. We're 154, so we're actually going to be above 135. Interesting. Here's our planned fuel right here. Taxi is going to be, it looks like 360. All right, we can put that in there, 360. It's not 100. That's good there. Execute it. Wonderful. That doesn't matter. It's not modeled yet. Okay. You can see how we flipped over to FMS 1 now, which is great to see. Perf page. That's where we need to do our takeoff calculations off of 10 left here. Let's do our takeoff performance. And we're going to sync it with the FMS and with the weather. Fort Lauderdale 10 left. Surface is dry for now. Might be wet once we take off. We don't know yet. Altimeter is 299 or 0. That looks good. Packs are going to be on. Anti-ice off. Thrust config is auto. Flap setting will be 2. Calculated on up. There's our numbers right there. You can send them to the FMS. If you want to be a lazy pilot like me, we're just making sure we're takeoff 2, which we are. Not flexing. Climb thrust. We are at 120. We're below at 135, so we can actually do climb 2. And APR is yeah, disarm, that's fine. Flaps 2. We're going to set our V speeds in a second. Bleed source will be from the engine, not an APU. Wing anti-ice off. Cowl anti-ice off. Depth is going to be standard. I think is it NADP? With a thrust reduction of 1,000. I think this is supposed to be an NADP. Still learning the airplane, but I think it's NADP. Because if you're on standard, you don't get that reduction. You get flaps clean. But if you're on NADP, you're going to get your thrust reduction at 1,000, and that's what we want. Set the V speeds. There we go. That is complete. Our climb here, 275.78. That's fine. Transition altitude of 18,000. Cruise, 275 Mach 7.8. That's all great and dandy. There's the descent. We could change that if we needed to. We're not going to just yet. We don't even have to even look at the arrival page. Route page. Well, this is where we could do the a little bit of both, you know, to verify everything here today. And I don't have it. I don't think I have my data selected in here yet. Yeah, let me try to get this to work. I do want to show that you can do this in the airplane. It's really cool. You can open your charts. There it goes. Nice. Okay. No chart to select. Sadly. It doesn't seem like it's going to work. There it is. Airport info. Hard Rock 2. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You can bring your charts up right here and move it around too. It's really cool to have that. So 10 left. Let's make sure we didn't get an amended thing. So let's call up clearance. Let's get our ATIS first.
Formation Lima. Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International
While we're doing
Airport.
that, we're going to go ahead and get the
Lima.
APU over to start.
Zulu.
3 seconds. It goes to run. And fire up the APU.
ND, broken at 13, 13,000, broken at 25,000. Temperature 27, dew point 24. Altimeter 29990. Density altitude 1400 feet.
Arch NDA, thank you for the raid.
Caution
Welcome on in,
bird
everybody.
activity.
Chad, thank you for the 101
Emergency
months on
vehicles
Twitch.
positioned holding for routine
AJ,
checks.
another super chat. What would you do for
Advise on
Klondike
course
Bar?
heading,
Fly the A220.
altitude, and if flight following is requested, read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on
We have bird
initial
activity.
contact.
That's going to be part of our route departure. Initial contact in
Fort
Lima. We have
Lauderdale
Lima.
Hollywood International Airport.
We have Lima 128.4. He's a little busy right now. He doesn't want to swap. Come on. There's 128.4. Sweet. Jeez Louise. It's a lima bean. Remember Lima. Lima. Whatever. Fort Lauderdale clearance. Moxie 386. IFR to Birmingham. And we have information Lima.
Moxie 386, cleared to Birmingham via the HROC 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.7, squawk 1377. And I know it's not what you filed, but you can expect runway 28 right.
Clear to Birmingham via the Hard Rock 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure 119.7, squawk 1377. We'll expect runway 28 right, Moxie 386. Well, they changed the runway on us. That's going to change it up. Thanks a lot, dude.
Moxie 386, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.4.
All right, we'll contact ground 121.4, Moxie 386. All right, 28 left now. Still Hard Rock 2 smells. Hit done. Hit execute. We got to change our numbers up on the perf page now, you know. Don't you know? Sync FMS, 28 left. Sync that weather again. That wind's bouncing around out there. We're going to calculate it. There we go. Takeoff 1, 124, 130, 136, flaps 2. Send it to the FMS. Verify 24, 30, 36. Set the V speeds. They're the same. Takeoff 2. Did not give us takeoff. Yep. Oh, it changed it to takeoff 1. What am I doing? It did it automatically. Okay, yeah, that's good. NADP 1000. Still all the same. Nothing has really changed there. Keep it on climb 2. I'm all right with that. NADP, yes. All right, yep. Cool. If you pull too many CDC virtual circuit breakers, you can actually brick the airplane. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then you have to use a laptop to fix it. Yeah, it's a fully electric airplane. It's pretty crazy. It was 28 right. You're right. Thank you for catching that. I don't know what I was doing there. We'll just do it again. We're getting good at changing our runways up, aren't we? My bad. Still 26, 31, 36. 26, 31, 36. Just double check that. Take off. Now they moved it to takeoff 2. Yep, that's true. Same thing. NADP. Cool. Yeah, we're good on all of that. Sweet. Must be road construction filling the invisible pothole, right? Oh man, we can keep the door open. We're actually, no, we're not going to do a sim brief load because it's a long flight today. They're just going to close the door. We're just going to close the door. Not really worried about that. It's almost time for almost checklist times. All right, normal pre-flight. First flight of the day. We're going to say no. Not the first flight of the day. Onboard and checked. Operational engineer bulletins. Yep, sure. Emergency equipment checked. Gear pins on board. Overhead panel. Well, we just checked it a minute ago. Glare shield is good. Displays, we just set those up basically. ICAS, APU, left side window heat off. Pedal steering, disconnect. Right side window heat off. All the window heats are off, we know. Hydraulic pump 3BAB. All off. External power is in use. And parking brakes on. That's only page 1 of the ICAS messages. There we go. Altimeter, that was 29er, a 9er, something. Let's go to inches. This is something I've noticed whenever I load in, it's in hectopascals. I'll swap it over and then back. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. What was it?
If flight following is requested.
Did it change
Read
already?
Back all runway and
No, it's still
short
2990.
instructions.
Okay. 2990. 2990. Yeah, that's good. 2990. Beautiful. Center panel. Yeah, we've already checked all that stuff. Pedestal down there. We checked.
Ground, JetBlue 2072, taxi to the ramp.
Alternate flaps are good where they're at.
JetBlue 2072,
Yep.
taxi to parking via Bravo 8, Tango 3 Tango.
Side sticks. Yep, they're good. Complete that.
Bravo 8, Tango
before
3
start.
Tango,
Here we
JetBlue
go.
2072.
Let's do our flows. Do our flows, shall we? These come to the on position. We're low on you already. External power, we're going to remove it. We're running on the APU now. We don't want anything bad to happen there. Everything else, we're gonna get the window heats to the on position. Everything else looks good to me for now. For now, I will say we were gonna go through stepping through all of these. I don't really want to airline pilot it today, but yeah. C's. So now we've changed. We're gonna be C's. So RNAV C's probably. Then HEPAD, and then we make the right turn towards K-Bunk, Jones, then Hard Rock, the OO, and then Gnarl. And then we have our transition to Smells, and that's the end of the SID. That looks good to me, and then Patoy, and then the whole arrival, or the rest of the route to Birmingham. That looks good. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know. It does not. We're off of Alpha 4, I believe. Alpha 5. What gate are we at? We are at, well, we're supposed to be at gate Alpha 5. I'm pretty sure we're at 5. So we're off of 5. Push back. And it's going to be 28 right. Short taxi today. We're going to have to let those engines warm up. So we're going to take our time. It's going to be Bravo out, Bravo 12. Hold short runway 28 right, 2-engine taxi. Like we said. Weather in the area. We know there's thunderstorms in the area. Abnormals we got. So I mean, weather we've already kind of briefed that for the most part. Abnormals, we have birds in the vicinity. We're going to keep an eye on that. If we have anything that happens before V1, we'll reject the takeoff. Probably off onto, probably down here to Bravo. What is that, 5 or so? Make a left on back onto Bravo. We'll assess it there. Anything after V1, we'll take it to the sky. If we lose an engine because of birds, we'll be ready to run the checklist and then come back around and land on 28 right, or any runway we need to, basically in that moment. And time. So that's pretty much a good idea of what we can expect on the way out. I'm okay with it. If you're okay with it. Air system, we got APU. It's all working as it should. Sweet. Doors, again, should be closed. Let's have a look at that ground equipment. Okay, they did close it. All right, cool. So they already closed it. I had it open earlier, but now we're good. They can remove the GPU, and they can remove the chocks. We do have the parking brake set right down here, which we do. Beacon is going to go to the on position. There we go. And parking brake is that. We'll call up ground, let them know we're going to be ready to push and start soon so they can get ready to go. Call up ramp. Flight deck to ground. Prepare for pushback.
Roger, stand by for pushback.
Call up ground to get permission. Get permission to push. Fort Lauderdale ground, Moxie 386, ready to push off of Alpha 5.
Moxie 386, Fort Lauderdale ground, pushback approved, tail south.
Pushback approved, tail south, Moxie 386. Get ramp back in here.
Ground to flight deck bypass pin inserted, standby for pushback.
All right, they're doing their thing down there. We're gonna run some more checklist items as required. Oh yeah, this guy here. We're on APU and departure briefing is complete. Yep, we were good on all that. Sweet. We have the before taxi and all that. I can go over to RTO. Auto brake RTO, APU on, pedal steering disconnect, parking brake on, no ped, seat belts, no steer off. That is just fine and dandy there. We're gonna leave that on. We're not gonna clear it just yet.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brakes please.
All right, gonna release the parking brakes. We're clear to push, tail to the south.
Ground to flight deck, all engines clear, start at will.
We will start at will. Here we go, y'all. Oh my God, they're high today down there. What is this pushback? What is this? What? Well, we're just gonna let them do their stupid stuff. Don't worry about it. Never change, GSX. Never change. All right, we're gonna start engine number 2. Yeah, your immersion. It's gone, baby. Gone. Oh, yeah, we should have the trim air system off. So much for tail south, right? They're going tail north. Should have the timer going for our engines, but that's okay.
Ground to flight deck, please set parking brakes.
All right, parking brakes are set. You're cleared to disconnect the tow bar.
Roger, disconnecting now. Stand by for confirmation that ground crew is clear.
Moxie's got a different checklist system than Delta I've been flying. They have a total different one. That's kind of cool.
Ground to flight deck, bypass pin removed.
Okay. Turning 1. These engines take about, I think it's like 2 minutes or so to start up. Right around there. I use Reshade, yes. Reshade and Sealed Sky preset on flightsim.to. Ali Darren, thank you so much for the 36 months on Twitch. Really do appreciate you. All they had to do is push us tail to the right, like tail south. It would have been just fine, but they made a big deal about it, didn't they? Used to work as a refueler for a Swissport at Phoenix. Nice, Sev. right. Engines are coming to life. We flaps 2. Flight control check. So you can see it yourselves, but all the other stuff. We did not get the APU off in time. My bad. My bad. All right, flaps are 2. Let's look at our stab trim. Supposed to be 4.1. Did not mean to do that. I bumped the thing accidentally. Don't fire me. Just damage the engines. Get our stab trim to 4.1. Rudder trim's green. Nose wheel steering's on. All right, APU is off. Anti-ice is gonna be auto. Anti-ice wing is auto. Flaps 2. We got 2 green. Yep, so selected. 2-2. Flight controls. Left. All right, we already did that. We got forward. We got back. We got rudder left, right, and neutral. Check. ICAS and info. We got parking brake. Trim air can come back to the on position. There we go. Trim air on. Auto brakes, RTO, pedal, steering disconnect, no ped, seat belts. Clear it. So we don't have to see that any longer. That's check. And before taxi, checklist complete. Next will be before takeoff. And we'll just get our map up here. Get our map going here. What the hell? Where'd my map go? Oh, we're in plan mode. That would be why. That would be why. We don't need to be in plan mode. You see? We don't need that. All right. That's all good. Well and dandy. Love to see it. Let's go map. Big on that side. And we need our VSD over here too. VSD's good. Simples are set, so that's all well and good. We do see this message how the YouTubers getting early access. Oh, we were given early access to it. It's as simple as that. Means it start as a cabin cleaner and went to refueler. Nice, dude. Tell the ground crew to stop drinking so much whiskey on the job. I know, right? They're pretty crazy. Learning this aircraft, where's the lineup so far in your favorites? Man, it's up there. It's a perfect like middle ground to like. I like doing short hauls, so it's a win for me. APU bleed is on. FMS is set. Trims. We got 4.1 and we got green 0 there on the rudder. Flap 2-2. Anti-ice is off. Auto brake RTO. ICAS and info checked. Cleared. Thrust. We're takeoff 2. Runway. Oh, wait. I'm doing before takeoff. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Don't mind that. I gotta call up ground for taxi here. Fort Lauderdale ground. Moxie 386 ready to taxi with Lima.
Moxie 386, Fort Lauderdale ground, runway 28 right taxi via Tango, Bravo, Bravo 12.
Runway 28 right, Tango, Bravo, Bravo 12. Moxie 386. Okay, we have to do a nice little turn here. No short 360, but it's all right.
King Air 1 Quebec Sierra, cross runway 10 right.
Look at that.
Cross runway 10 right, King Air 1 Quebec Sierra.
Just like we expected, it's going to be Bravo 12. Absolutely brilliant.
November 9er 8, cross runway 28 right. Cross runway 28 right, November 9er 8.
Ground JetBlue 2090, taxi to parking.
We have humpbacks.
JetBlue 2090, taxi to parking via Juliet 4,
my
Juliet
nav
Hotel
lights
4,
on?
Hotel Tango
Yeah,
8,
they're on.
November Tango 7.
The lighting during the day is pretty dim.
4, Juliet Hotel 4,
At night,
Hotel
it looks
Tango
great.
8, November Tango
But during the
7,
day,
JetBlue
it's like
2090.
it's pretty dim. Pretty dim stuff. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We're an idiot. We didn't do our
Moxie 386, contact tower on 119.3.
toga.
Have a good evening.
Screw. There it is right there. Tower 119.3. We'll see you next time, Moxie 386. Toga, and then we're going to be VNAV and NAV. All selected there. Arm the auto throttle. We're starting to roll up here. Got runway 28 right. Inside, or outside and inside. Wonderful. Cabin's ready. And before takeoff checklist is complete, give tower a
Citation
call.
1 Alpha Alpha, give way to the Legacy on your left.
Let's give them a call. Oh, tower.
Give way to the Legacy. Citation 1 Alpha Alpha.
Swap over to tower here. Come on. There they are. There's tower. Fort Lauderdale Tower. Moxie 386 ready to go to it right. Kill the music here.
American 2717, hold short of runway 10 right. Moxie 386, Fort Lauderdale Tower, say again.
Fort Lauderdale Tower, Moxie 386. We're ready to go. Runway 28 right.
Moxie 386, runway 28 right, hold short, A320 holding at the runway.
Hold short. Runway 28 right. Moxie 386. All right, we're going to hold short then.
Moxie 386, runway 28 right, winds 220 at 14. RNAV seized, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV C's, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Moxie 386. All right, well, now we're going to be taking off, y'all. Enjoy the departure.
Holding short of runway 10 right, American 2717.
It's JetBlue. Turn left, clear on the right.
Fort Lauderdale Tower, American 620, short of runway 28 left. We're ready for departure.
Somebody's using...
American 620, Fort Lauderdale Tower, runway 28 left, hold short, you're number 2 behind the traffic.
They're behind me. Nice try, but they're using Murph.
2717, hold short of runway
That's
10
amazing, dude. That's actually incredible.
Holding short of runway 10 right, American 2717.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Alaska 516, runway 10 right, winds 270 at 7, clear to land.
I don't know why my
Clear to land,
airplane did
10
not turn
right,
tight right
Alaska
there. That was
516.
my bad. Terrible lineup by me. I was trying to line up my center where I normally do with it, but it just didn't want to turn tight. All right. We're clear for takeoff, so let's go ahead and bring them on up.
American 2717, hold short of runway 10 right.
10R,
Power
holding short, American
is
2717.
rolling on up to 80 knots. Airspeed's alive. knots, throttle hold, thrust normal. 88.3 on both of those guys. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up.
Fort Lauderdale Tower, American 620, holding short of runway 28 left.
Get up
We are
onto
ready
the
for departure.
bars. There we go.
American 620, runway 28 left, hold short, you're number 2 behind the A320. Moxie 386, contact departure.
To departure, see you next time, Moxie 386. Plug up 210 here, just so we're good. Departure. Fort Lauderdale departure, Moxie 386, 1600, Hard Rock 2.
Moxie 386, Miami departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, direct keypad.
I maintain 10,000, direct keypad, Moxie 386. Good night, dude. Go ahead and just knock the old autopilot on here. There's the hotel down there. The Guitar Hotel, that's what I wanted to see. We got to see it. Look at that. Very bumpy on the way up today. Very bumpy. Flaps 1, speed checks. And flap 0, speed checks. All right.
Departure, JetBlue 472, 2000 for 4,000.
JetBlue 472, Miami departure, climb and maintain 12,000.
Up to 12,000, JetBlue 472.
Moxie 386, climb and maintain 12,000.
Climb maintain 12,000, Moxie 386. 12. My cache is checked. After takeoff checklist is complete. Almost a 10 here. Once we get to 10, we're gonna go to FMS speed. I just want to make sure we can get out of the all that rocky air down there. up there. Yeah, we got some lightning there off to the right-hand side.
Moxie 386, contact Miami Center on 124.7.
Miami Center 124.7, Moxie 386. See you. Miami Center, good afternoon. Good evening, rather. Moxie 386, 10,000, climbing 12,000, Hard Rock 2. One go.
Moxie 386, Miami Center. Good evening, climb and maintain flight level 200.
I maintain flight level 200, Moxie 386. On up to 200 we go, y'all. All right, we're above 10. I'm gonna lift the
151, Miami Center.
sterile, and we're gonna get our music going again here. And we're gonna get a little
Delta 151, traffic 12 o'clock, 20 miles of turbo.
let's get a nice little vibe sesh going here, shall we?
Southwest 616 Miami Center, roger. Lamperu 2481, traffic 12 o'clock and 20 miles, crossing left to right.
Oh, lovely, lovely vibe session there. We love to see it. It's a good looking livery for sure on this airplane. Having breeze. Let's turn our sound down a little bit so we aren't destroying our eardrums. I guess the next song was just really quiet all of a sudden. There we go. We'll have a little bit of music going here. Why not? Right? Let's get caught up to you guys.
Climb flight level 240.
Yes, I'm using Chase Plane for the FX, not FS Realistic. Be back in a bit. Gotta walk to the store to get dinner for the kids. All right, Masons, we'll see you soon. Togs in the house. What's up, man? 99 here with thunderstorms all week. Oh, yeah. Says you'll arrive in 2.25 hours. I mean, that's going to speed up. We were in our climb. We will. Hedberg A220 confirmed releasing tomorrow. Yes, indeed, it releases tomorrow. Auto brake fix might release with the plane, or it might be a patch after release. Yeah.
Moxie 386, climb and maintain flight level.
Yeah, I found the auto brake problem yesterday, and then I told Kyle, Captain Canada, about it, and he had no problems with it either. I forwarded it to the team. They might have already known about it. Standard pressure on both sides. Anti-ice is still off. Avoid icing conditions. But if we want to go that, we go to this, go to override the item. There we go.
Frontier flight 2272, roger.
That's our climb checklist complete. Next will be descent and approach. One to go. I maintain flight level 280, Moxie 386. 280, on up we go. Yeah, I flew this airplane over the weekend. And yeah, I learned by having the auto brake turned off, you can have smooth landings. It doesn't slam the nose wheel on you. Devin J and 69, thank you for the gifted subscription to Vivens. That was very nice of you. Mr. Scar 74, 35 months total on Twitch. Appreciate you greatly. Thank you. All right, so that was our departure. Oh, I did that.
Center United 2398 with you, 18,000 for flight level 200.
United 2398, roger.
Oh, it logged me in. Does that mean it's going to work? It did. Look at that.
Center Frontier flight 2272.
That's awesome.
Frontier flight 2272, roger. We have other reports of smooth air above flight level 280.
Pretty much on the end of this guy. You see, we're already headed out we're almost at Theus at H-Rock. It's just not showing our position. Is all. But we are there.
American 3211, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280. Zero. Lower. Upper. Lower. And then FMS. No.
On Peru 2481, climb and maintain flight
I'll
level
keep you
280.
on the climb page. There we go. So we can adjust this. We go at 300 if we wanted to on our speed. 7.9. Oh, we're fine right now, though. It's perfectly fine as is.
American 620, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Good evening, Nathaniel. How you doing? Welcome on in. Will we see any more GTA characters in the future, Deadpool? Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure. Bring some cold Michelob Ultras. Nice there, Devin.
Frontier flight 2272, descend and maintain flight level 210.
Black Bear, how you doing? Welcome on in. We're 15 minutes into our flight here.
Frontier flight 2272.
Anybody on Sky? We had one person with us on Skynet. Where are they at? They behind us?
240, United 2398.
I don't know where they went. Somebody, whoever was using Murph, they went somewhere else. They're not near us.
United 2398, direct bliss when able.
Direct bliss, United 2398.
We're near Lake Hikpochi. Off to the right. That's the lake. I guess it would be closer to. I mean, that's Lake Okeechobee way out there we can see, but the one just behind us there on the right. That's Hicpochee. Where's it at? You can barely make it out. Barely make it out. Has it been worth it so far? What, the airplane? The airplane's absolutely incredible. You kidding me? Super in depth. I mean, if you wanna be like airline pilot style, going into your all your pages and doing all your checks how you're supposed to, I mean, you can do it, man. It's all there. It's fantastic for that. You see how the fuel system works. You can go in your hydraulics and make sure that those are working correct. You can make sure that the air system is doing what it needs to be doing, because you can't even start these engines without it being in the green. Like, there's a lot of depth that you can do, and you can fail things too by being an idiot. Very easily, actually.
Climb flight level 370, Frontier Flight 1974.
You have a follower on the SayIntentions tracker. Nice. Yeah, I can't see them because they're not within 50 nautical miles of me. But we know who that is. That was,
Moxie 386, climb and maintain flight level 380.
whoever was in the American. I'm flight level 380, Moxie 386. 380, y'all. Another 10 to go. 380, looking good.
Descending 16,000, Frontier Flight 2270.
The new Windows update screwed your audio settings. Dude, same. I mean, absolutely wrecked them.
Moxie 386, roger. Maintain flight level 380.
Oh, he thought I said I'm level at 380. No, I said I'm climb and maintain 380 is what I said. Zhao is the one behind us. Nice. Are they going to Birmingham? Mastermind, welcome on in. Hello all. First time on Twitch, always on YouTube for LSP Faros, CRP, and much more. Well, good to see you. Welcome to a stream.
United 2398.
How you doing? Yeah, last time we gave away 3 months of SayIntentions. But if you ever want to fly along with me, you can do so on SayIntentions. If you have SayIntentions, you can fly along. And we'll hear each other on the frequencies, and we'll see each other in the world. It's like it's all there, like a full-on AI ecosystem that gives you a network known as Skynet. SF Smoker, welcome on back. Been a while. Good to see you. How you doing? Uncle Sean, hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. And good night.
Flight level 300, Frontier Flight 1974.
All right, this is like house music. Let's get a good. We need a good. Here we go. Vibe sesh. On our way up to 380 on Moxie 386.
American 3211, how's the ride at flight level 320? United 2398, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Leaving flight level 290 for flight level 320. United 2398.
level 320, Charlie 866.
Frontier Flight 1974.
Envoy 3680, traffic 2 o'clock, 8 miles at turboprop, crossing right to left at flight level 280.
All right. Lovely vibe session there. As we're making our way up to flight level 380 right now. Currently at almost 32,000 feet. It is indeed Moxie. Eric Thompson, welcome on in. Huge fan of Breeze Airways. Well, there you go, man. We're flying it today. We're flying it. Watching you in American 620. Nice, Sev.
Flight 1974.
Making our way eventually towards Birmingham, Alabama. Wait, is it Alabama or Mississippi? Birmingham. Yeah, it's Alabama.
Frontier Flight 1974, descend and maintain.
I don't know why I even second guessed myself there.
Descending flight level 240, Frontier Flight 1974.
Now that we're getting closer to, well, once we get closer to our cruise altitude, there's something I do want to say publicly to the flight sim community. I didn't want to do it at the beginning of the video because it was just going to be a whole to do, and I'd rather just get the plane up in the air. We have a long flight ahead of us.
American 1560, roger, good evening.
So be ready for it. Now, Moxie actually operates the 300 on this trip. Because we'll get the 100 series, the BCS-1, down the line when that comes out, and that's mainly what like I see a lot of Delta flights use the BCS-1, the 100 series. Hitting a little bit of turbulence here.
Climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, United 2398.
And folks from the flight deck, speaking, we're just making our way up to our final cruise altitude, 38,000 feet right now.
1560.
We're leaving that fast seatbelt sign on right now. We're going to be experiencing some bumps in the next few minutes as we make our way north around the energy of those storms that are moving off to the southeast there. We appreciate you flying with Breeze Airways today.
386, can you please expedite your climb to flight level 380?
Keep that seatbelt sign on for a little while. Can you still use a controller on PC, or do you have to buy a whole control flight setup? You can use a controller. There, DSP. Beautiful plane. The A220 is. I bought the Cessna Longitude for $12 today. Nice. That's a great airplane.
Charlie 866, climb and maintain flight level 360, report level. Leaving flight level 340 for flight level 360, Charlie 866. Moxie 386, contact Miami Center on 126.525.
Miami Center 126.525. Thanks for the help today, Moxie 386. See ya. Going to Patoy. Miami Center, good evening. Moxie 386, flight level 340 for flight level 380. Direct Patoy.
Moxie 386, Miami Center, good evening.
Good evening. Looked at a random flight nearby and they had a cabin crisis, passenger flooding, lavatory death.
Maintain flight level 240, report level.
Amazing.
Climbing flight level 240, Southwest 384.
Cabin crisis. Yeah, on SayIntentions you can do that.
Moderate chop here at flight level 240, might ask for higher.
Southwest 384, thanks, we'll put that out.
Yep. Pretty much dark. Pretty much.
American 620, Miami Center, good evening.
And the A220's got some massive windows.
2398 at flight level 350.
And check it out. You can open your little tray table.
2398, roger. Good evening, sir.
Can't plug our phone in, but that'd be kind of cool. But if you want to close the window shade, you can do that too. Look at that. You can be one of these weirdos that does this whenever the airplane is taxiing and taking off. Can't stand when people do that. I am one of the people that will get very frustrated if people keep windows closed on pushback taxi and take off. Like, it's just, it makes you sick being in a can. Got the Wi-Fi light on. Seatbelt signs on right now. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it remembers it. See? Put my trade table back.
Moxie 386, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.175.
Jack Center 125.175, Moxie 386. See ya. Jack Center Moxie 386, flight level 360 for flight level 380, direct Patoy.
Moxie 386, Jacksonville Center, good evening.
Not yet, Sev. I'm going to talk about it at 380.
Climb and maintain flight level 280. Report level.
Climbing flight level 280, Southwest 384.
JetBlue 100, flight level 350.
JetBlue 100, roger. Good evening, sir.
ATC is AI, and the other AI, or the other airplanes are AI, and there's some live players.
Reading you loud and clear.
The wing views you just have to set up manually in Chase Plane. But yeah, I can show it to you if you remind me.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 1328 at flight level 350.
Delta 1328, good evening, sir.
All right, so yeah, we're getting up here to flight level 380, and so the thing I want to talk about is this is something that happened over the course of the weekend. I don't know why, but this isn't the first time I've seen it. This is the first time I saw it get toxic, bad, fast, especially at the cesspool known as Reddit. The biggest thing is there is a world where real-world pilots and sim pilots can coexist.
Jacksonville Center, good evening.
Believe it or not, they can. So this whole, like, I only watch real-world pilots fly a flight simulator is crazy. One. Two, to pit real-world pilots up against flight sim streamers is incredibly ridiculous. Makes absolutely no sense. We've got to find how to be better. We've got to find a way to be better about that. Okay, so number one, this isn't the very first time I've ever flown. Like I said, I took that stream down out of respect for the devs. They clearly did not like people flying it without, you know, going through and knowing every system. The thing is, a lot of the community pushed back on us that are showcasing the airplane, like we didn't prepare for it and all this stuff. Like we don't take time to read a book or whatever they want to say. The reality of it is that I consumed everything. I watched all the videos. I read the creator sheet they sent. I read through the manual. That does not prepare you to fly this airplane. When you get in this airplane and you actually physically do it, you're relying on your memory only of that. Unless you have that up next to you, which I wasn't going to stream with, you know, a person flying the plane next, you know, on YouTube. It's insane. But people are not prepared for this airplane until they fly it themselves. They just aren't. I spent the whole weekend learning the airplane. It took like a good 2 or 3 days to get a handle on this thing, which I find incredibly fun. I like the learning process, and I really enjoy live streaming an airplane with you all in the chat together. We get to have a bonding moment where we get to learn the airplane together, and we make a memory off of that. If we're just told to, you can only stream an airplane if you know it 100%, it's insane, dude. Not everyone is type rated on all these airplanes. Not to mention, flight sim streamers fly so many different types of airplanes and have to remember certain systems of all these different airplanes. It's like, allow us to learn it with you live. People that don't like that kind of content do not have to watch it. They don't have to. I just do not understand why it's a real world pilot versus a streamer mentality. It's ridiculous. We can coexist together. It makes no sense. It's very childish. So the one thing I want to say is that it's okay. You know, when this airplane releases tomorrow, you don't have to read every single FCOM. You don't have to read the manual to go fly this airplane. It's a simulator. You can go out there, you can crash it, you can learn the hard way. There's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy the airplane however the hell you want to. Don't listen to what people say on Reddit. Don't listen to what people say on Discord. A lot of kids on Discord that just meme everything, and they don't even care about your experience with the product. They don't care about it. So just go into it with the mindset of why the hell do I even fly in Flight Simulator? Ask yourself that question. Why do you even do it? And then go, I do it because it's fun, right? Well, then have fun. That's all you have to do. But this real world pilot versus streamer stuff is ridiculous. It doesn't mean anything. It's like, just because somebody is type rated in an airplane doesn't make them a better streamer or whatever. No one is better than anybody else. The egos getting thrown around this weekend was insane too. Like, I'm no better than any of you in this chat right now. I'm no better than anybody that's flying this airplane currently. Period.
American 1796, traffic 2 o'clock and 12 miles, crossing right to left, a Boeing 737, flight level 340. Looking for the traffic.
I can't speak to other people calling things bugs, but you were here with me. I don't call things bugs. I didn't develop the airplane. I don't know anything about that. I'm not on the team, so I'm not going to say this is a bug or this is this. Even the known bugs I have, that the known bugs, I'm not even going to discuss them because of that reason. I don't even bring it up. Nothing to bring up. Everything I did on the first stream was 100% pilot error. I had a blast with that stream, but I took it down because other people did not see it that way. I had a lot of fun with y'all being frustrated about how terrible I flew a go around in a new airplane. But people have to learn how to keep their mouth shut sometimes and just be chill. It is okay. We all love the same hobby. We all love the same thing, right?
Flight level 330. American 1796, good evening, sir.
If you don't want to learn a plane system, just fly a Piper Cub around. Not much to learn there. There it is, Duvel. Oh, man. The whole argument is just stupid. It's like saying you've never driven a tank before. You can't drive a tank in a tank simulator like Steel Beasts. Exactly. It's the exact same thing, man. And I know quite a few real-world pilots that don't have an ego about this stuff, man. They don't. They're humble. Everybody that was in the stream that were A220 pilots in the stream we did were incredibly humble. And we're like, this is so cool to see in the sim and blah, 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 blah. And they know that there's no way in hell I would know all the in-depth systems of this airplane. It's just crazy to me. So all I'm saying is, as a community, we need to do better than crapping on other streamers and pitting real world pilots against streamers and all. It's just, it's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb. The reality is we can't take this stuff with us when we die. So enjoy the flight sim now and enjoy the plane now. Like, Jesus Christ. The energy spent hating on other human beings is just such a lost. It's just such a loss. Makes no sense to me. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand.
United 1658, descent, flight level 250.
Oh, I have nothing to say about the like I'm not speaking on the developers. I didn't take offense. The thing is, I don't take offense to things that I'm not included in. I didn't take offense to anything that Synaptic said publicly. I didn't think anybody said anything bad. Everybody blew everything out of proportion. I'm like, no, I just saw things that people were saying about the streamer stuff. I'm talking about on Reddit and on the people on Discord. which is the heartbeat of the community, right? Should be, you would think. Unless they just like crap posting and all that. That's possible too. But I didn't think that, I didn't take any offense to anything that Synaptic did or said. I saw it as a joke when they're like skill issue or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. I mean, it's true. It is a skill issue because I don't know this airplane. Hell, I don't even know the A320. Dude, I've flown the A300. I've flown all the narrow body Airbuses. I would never say I know that airplane inside and out. The 737, I have the most hours in, to the point where we could fly at CRM in a real cockpit. And yeah, I mean, like I had a really good handle on the airplane, but I wasn't an expert on it. The moment somebody says they're an expert on a certain airframe, it's usually not true. Unless they are like a captain on that airplane and they've got so many hours on that airframe in real life that, like, yeah, then they can be an expert in it. But when people are like, I'm an expert in the 737, it's like, I've flown people like that before in the sim, and they're not. And that's okay to not be. Unreasonable, I didn't fly in a type-rated A220 pilot with you on stream. Well, I mean, Foley said he would love to join sometime and show us the ropes. But the thing is whenever you get into a new release of an airplane and you're getting people telling you like, you need to read the manual and do this, and how dare you not do this, and you're not prepared. It's like, what are you even doing this for? What are you doing this hobby for, right? You're not having fun at that point. You're getting stressed out and you're like, what are you talking about? That's so dumb. I'm just asking both sides of the equation to just be better. Just be better about it. What I saw this weekend was just made me kind of, I don't know, made me embarrassed to be a flight simmer after seeing some of that stuff. It really did. Because I fly this in my free time, man. This is my hobby. Flight sim is my hobby. I've always treated flight sim as a hobby.
Delta 867, flight level 330. Delta 867, roger. Good evening, sir.
You know what? I've told people before. I said, I don't think you should be allowed to even buy an airplane for a flight sim without actually going through the whole process, being shown how an airplane is created for the sim. Then you can be allowed to buy one, because the disconnect between people and their entitlement towards certain things is so crazy. The thing is no one's putting a gun up to anybody's head saying you have to buy this product. Like, you don't. If it's not up to your standards, then don't buy it. Don't talk about it. Who cares? Move on. But that's not what happens. People hang around in the Discord, they hang around the Reddit, and they cry about what? Move on. I judge a plane or even a game by whether I have fun, nothing else. Exactly. Very true, Tog. Very true. Horrible at FS, but I have fun with it. I crash a lot, but I still have fun. Exactly, man. That's the beauty of it. But that's all I wanted to say on the topic. I wanted to put that out there publicly. Because it's made me sad as a simmer. All right, palate cleanser. Jacob Hines, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Appreciate you, man.
Delta 3115, roger, good evening. United 1658, descend and maintain 14,000.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 1594 with you, flight level 310.
Delta 1594, roger, good evening, sir.
Flowing to Mach 0.83, Delta 1124.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 1497, flight level 330. Delta 1497, Jacksonville Center, roger. Delta 1124, continue climb flight level 360.
Out of flight level 350 for flight level 360, Delta 1124. Delta 3115, ride smooth at flight level 310.
Delta 3115, roger, thanks for the report. Moxie 386, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.05.
Jacksonville Center, 12505, Moxie 386. Soup.
620, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.05.
Jacksonville Center, Moxie 386, flight level 380.
Moxie 386, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Delta 1497, descend and maintain flight level 290. Delta 1670, clear direct road. Receiving direct road, Delta 1670. Crusader 15 Sierra, contact Navy Mayport Tower on 118.75. Delta 867, climb and maintain flight level 360. Charlie 866, when ready to descend and maintain flight level 300.
All right. Good palate cleanser there. We need it.
American 620, Jacksonville
We
Center, good evening.
need it. Yeah, I've had nothing but server issues all day today. I was able to get in. Miracle. But they were having some issues for sure. Yeah, the clouds look so much better since the recent sim update. I always run my clouds on Ultra, even in VR. I'd rather turn other things down than, you know, clouds. But we're using auto FPS today, and I gotta say, auto FPS is pretty darn good. I have it set to 55, and it's just holding a good 55 everywhere we look.
Moxie 386, just a heads up that we had an aircraft report occasional moderate turbulence at flight level 390 about 38 minutes ago.
All right, appreciate the heads up, Moxie 386. All right, so there you go. Aircraft ahead said we're going to be, they reported occasional moderate turbulence at 390 about 38 minutes ago. So it could still be happening in these flight levels, but we'll see. Another really cool thing that SayIntentions does is it keeps you on your toes as far as dealing with weather. If I mastered the plane, I wouldn't even say I mastered the 7.3. I don't think you can master an airplane.
Copa 891, direct inward when
Unless you fly it like every single day, you know. I've got a handle on it. Got a handle on it now.
Jacksonville Center, American 2200 at flight level 350. American 2200, good evening. American 1480, climb and maintain flight level 360, report level.
Climbing to flight level 360, American 1480.
Delta 3115, descend and maintain flight level 270.
That's not us.
Flight level 270, Delta 3115.
It took me about, Alec, in reality, it took me about 3 days to get used to this plane.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 2815.
I think I've got, I probably have like, let's see, I probably got 6 or 7 flights under my belt now with it. This is the, I think this is the 8th flight I've done in it. But once I learned on the way in, I was flying into Oklahoma City a couple days ago. When I learned I landed without auto brake just as a test because I felt like it was grabbing them. Like they were grabbing too much. It was knocking the nose wheel down. But I was on the way into Oklahoma City and I noticed that I was able to land it. I had my first great landing. My first good landing in the A220 by keeping them off. Then I got a handle on the speed trim on final too. So I did change my my trim setting over to the hat switch. So I have an actual like faster way to set it. Quiet person, we departed Fort Lauderdale. We're going to Birmingham, Alabama. Crambizo, you can get all the liveries off of the INI Manager. They're all there right now if you wanted to look at them. But there's Delta, Swiss, Air Baltic, Breeze, Air Canada. I already said Delta, right? I just downloaded them all. It was like, I think it was 8 of them or 9 of them. Birmingham, your neck of the woods. Nice, Jay Gable.
Delta 1594, climb flight level 320. Climb flight level 320, Delta 1594.
Climb flight level 360, Delta 2815.
So people are losing their minds right now because the A220 100 series, the BCS1, I guess they had said it was going to be a free update a while ago, but now they're saying it's going to be, you got to pay for it. So they said, we've seen your concerns regarding the A220 100 and ACJ. We want to address them directly. We previously communicated that the A220 100 would be provided as a free update for owners of the A220 300. His original thinking was for one pack at a higher price. Our recent FAQ change contradicted that commitment. We understand why the community is disappointed. We have decided to break down the way the product will be shipped. So the scope will be the A220 100 ACJ package is expanded significantly. It'll include the A220 100 ACJ variants, multiple newly modeled cabin configurations, new HUD, functional steep approach capability, fully functional circuit breakers throughout the electrical and avionics bays. The base circuit breaker simulation, HUD, and shared improvements will also be provided to the A220 300 owners at no additional cost. So there you go. Communicated, changed it openly, said blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. There you go. So they are separate products, but they're going to bring the new stuff over to the 300, it looks like. I was wondering why I was getting a message about a meltdown happening. Holy moly. There's that turbulence they told us about.
And folks, from the flight deck, once again, we got that seatbelt sign on. We ask you remain seated. Put the seatbelt fasten.
1594, descend flight level 270 at your discretion.
Hopefully we'll be through this turbulence in the next 10 minutes or so. But for now, just stay seated, and we'll keep you updated.
We let them know. The price when it's released is like $66 and 60-something cents. Took me 3 hours to figure out how to start the Black Hawk. I had to call my Army friend who was a CW01 pilot. Oh yeah, nice. Walked through it with great patience. He appreciates my effort. Yeah, that's cool. They love, like, yeah, it's fun to teach people.
At your discretion, descend and maintain flight level 270.
At our discretion, descend and maintain flight level 270, Mach C 386. Oh, we're getting a flight level change here. Go 270. Flight level change. Go down at about, I don't know, 1,000 feet per minute or so.
Moxie 386, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 200, Moxie 386.
Moxie 386, contact Atlanta Center on 125.575.
125.575, Moxie 386. Thanks for the help. See ya. Dang, we're already almost to our
Flight level 310.
Delioso. Yeah, Juan's. And then Birmingham's 2-4. Let's see if we can do that now. Can we select our runway now? Still won't let me select it. I mean, that's fine. If you don't have a star or anything like that, how do you select your runway? That's the question I have. Because I don't know how you can do that. It won't let me select it, you know. But we'll put in our weather as we're on our way in now. Landing performance. Let's call up Jack's center here. Jacksonville Center, Moxie 386, flight level 340, descending flight level 200, 14.2 from Wands. A little bit more of a descent than that.
386 Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 1906, climb flight level 240.
All right. Birmingham.
Delta 3053, descend 17,000 at your discretion. Descending 17,000, Delta 3053.
We're gonna expect 2-4. We'll see if that's what we actually end up getting. Landing weight.
Delta 1060, reading you loud and clear.
Arrival page here. Landing weight's 114.7.
When ready, descend and maintain flight level 230.
The 114.7, 46, yeah. We'll just do 115. Descend and maintain 13,000, Moxie 386. 13.
Moxie 386, descend and maintain 13,000.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're right on the path now on VNav. We captured it. We will be here in a minute. 13,000. All right, cool. 115 we'll put in.
Center on 120.325.
That guy, flaps will be 4, not 5.
Switching to 120.325.
And
Southwest 820.
Compute. Okay. 34290901. Let's go 34. Niner 901.
Delta 2784, roger, good evening, sir.
3007. No, not that. Not that. Oh my heavens, clear it. Thought I had already cleared that. There it goes. 7.
Delta 1906, continue climb flight level 280.
Flaps before.
Climbing to flight level 280, Delta
MB
1906.
plus 5. On you, set the V speeds. for the arrival.
Delta 2784, slow to 290 knots.
Okay, we can go back to about 2,500.
Delta 1060, climb flight level 240.
I'd rather get down early than later. We've got a headwind of 19 knots to the right. So I'm okay with this glide path. We're pretty much right on it. That's fine. We have a decel coming up at 10, obviously. Trent Clark, if you treat other people like that, we aren't going to have a conversation with you, man. You got to be nicer. Down to 13,000. I choose routes based off of like the company websites, and then go to FlightAware or go to Flight Radar, things like that. We're not using auto brakes today, so we're just going to keep that where it's at right now. I don't know how we can select that.
United 501, continue climb flight level 360.
A runway that's not in this, that they won't let you select the runway.
Flight level 350 for flight level 360, United 501.
I'm kind of confused by that, to be honest with you. I would really like to be able to select a runway to land on so we can select the approach, but we don't even have that.
Delta 1906, continue climb flight level 320.
I'm wondering if that's because it's a
Flight level 280 for flight level 320.
is that a fly too high issue? Is it just not compatible? We might have to do this manually 100% on ourselves.
1906, best speed Mach 0.76.
Mach 0.76, Delta 1906.
It's very possible.
Echo 193, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climbing to flight level 320, Echo 193.
This is very strange, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, they have ILS. Oh, wait, we're in Fort Lauderdale. That'd be Birmingham.
Moxie 386, descend and maintain 12000, altimeter 29091.
Descend and maintain 12000, altimeter 29091, Moxie 386. 12. I think we're just going to be manually doing all this. Vectors all the way to the airport. It's going to be a visual approach, I'd imagine. Maybe that's how they do it down here.
60, climb flight level 280.
That's a very good possibility.
Climb flight level 280, Delta 1060.
ILS 24. 1095. Do they have an RNAV? They even have an RNAV, but we can't select it. That's weird.
Delta 2035, Atlanta Center, roger.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to be doing a visual, it looks like, from what I can tell.
Moxie 386, descend and maintain 6000.
Descend and maintain 6,000, Moxie 386. Down to 6. All right.
Delta 2784.
Off standard.
Climb, flight level
29091.
Flight level 240,
This is what they told us. 29091. There we go. Pull
Delta
checklist.
2035, proceed direct lepto.
FMS is set. Minimums. Well, we don't know what the minimums are going to be, so we can't do that. Auto brake is off for today. We're going to override that item.
Echo 193, descend, pilot's discretion.
ICAS is seatbelts. That's checked.
Down to flight
Travel
level
briefing.
Echo 193.
Complete. Complete. Normal. This will be before landing checklist. We'll be ready for that next.
American 620, Atlanta Center, good evening.
We're not using auto brake because there is a
contact Birmingham approach.
the nose wheel slamming to the ground is due to the auto brake in this current build. That's why we're not using it. There, Steinhoff.
Delta 1060, climb flight level 320.
Moving flight level 290 for flight level 320, Delta 1060.
Birmingham, over to Birmingham approach 127.675. Moxie 386. See you. Okay. That's my charts. We'll just tell them we have the weather on board. I'm not doing the whole thing. Birmingham approach, Moxie 386, 12,000 descending 6,000. We have the weather on board.
Moxie 386, Birmingham approach. Good evening, Birmingham, altimeter 29901. Expect the ILS runway 24 approach into Birmingham. Let me know you've got information X-ray.
Altimeter 29901, we have information X-ray. Can we get the visual for runway 24 for Moxie 386?
Moxie 386, visual runway 24 approved. Descend at your discretion.
Visual runway 24 approved. Descend at our discretion. Moxie 386. Down to 6. All right, let's go ahead and hit out here. Come on, hit out. Just level off right here. Slow the airplane down. Go sterile, y'all, because this is, I have a feeling it's going to be a little rough for us, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see you on the ground in Birmingham. So strange that there's nothing in the database for that. That's just weird to me. Not sure why. An old school flying today. Visual all the way. We don't even have a localizer. I mean, we're gonna punch it in, but it's for the ILS 24 air loading chart. Oh, it did the thing where it kicked us out, didn't it? Oh, come on, dude. Worst timing ever for that to happen. Worst timing for that to happen. We'll log out. Log in. Oh, Jesus. Terrible timing for that to go away. All right, we're holding 240 there. That's kind of decent. We're going to go half on the speed brake. We're going to probably use speed brakes all the way down to 6 here. We'll get some vectors for the runway soon enough. 1 to go. Birmingham's still just straight off our nose. We're still fine on that. We take our time getting down now. We captured it. 6,000 there. Our speed breaks away. 2-4 will just be off our left. So we'll have the runway off our nose, and then they're probably going to vector us for a left downwind. More than likely. Speed brake is put away. Yeah, I really wish we could select our runway, but they just won't let us select it. Doesn't have the data for it. For whatever reason that is. Keep it 240. I am okay with that. We're at 6,000. Just maintaining 6,000 here at 240 knots, so I'm okay with it. Do it now. Let's see. If we did that way, will it let us? No, so it won't let you. Huh.
Moxie 386, turn right heading 345, vectors for the visual runway 24 approach, speed 200 knots.
Right turn heading 345, speed 200 knots, Moxie 386. Go. 340. Still hanging out at 6,000. I wonder if I can do it this way. Select Birmingham from here. Get it that way. Yep, airport. Not the waypoint. Direct to departure arrival. Here we go. Runway 24. Nope, won't do it that way either. Interesting. I was hoping we could extend that line or something. Oh, let's see. Airport. Thanks, departure. No. Doesn't look like it. Big flaps 1. Well, why are we... Yeah. Big flaps 1. Get them schlats out. It's very weird. He wants us at 200 knots right here at 6,000 feet. I mean, we're doing it. I'm not going to complain. But... it's strange. It is the first time I have not been able, or I've had an airport, but maybe this is a fly too high
American
scenery
620
issue.
Birmingham approach. Good evening. Expect the RNAV.
Might
runway
be.
36 approach into Birmingham. Let me know you've got information. X-ray.
Why is he giving him 3.6 and he's getting 2.4? What are you doing to us, buddy? Huh? Oh, he's landing on 3.6.
American 620, runway 24 is currently in use for departures. Field is landing runway 36, cleared for the visual approach runway 36.
Oh, there you go. We got 2.4, and he requested it, but he got denied. They got denied because I'm doing 2.4. He's like, nah, I already gave 2.4 to one airplane. We're good, bud. That's amazing. Alec Mortensen, thank you so much for the super chat. Amazing plane is going into Birmingham. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know why we don't have any approaches or anything in this. It's strange. I have not run into an airport that didn't have anything in it, but that has to be what that is. But that's okay. We're just going to do everything manually. We'll be all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So much for having a normal, no problems at all flight. We always get a wrench thrown into our plans, right? But this 200 knots at 6,000 is just kind of weird. It's far out. Like, it feels like we're really far out doing 200 knots here. I think I know why it's happening. Look on the live map. I think it's that American behind us that is the reason why we're getting slowed down. I don't see him. United is on his way in, and the 7-3. Well, no, is he going there though? That's the question. It's got to be what it is. Because they're giving him 3-0 and he's right behind me, they have to sequence him in. So they're going to turn me. Yeah, that's got to be what it is. I don't know what that sound is. That's weird. Try changing. The hell is that sound? Approach, Moxie 386 radio check.
Moxie 386, loud and clear.
Okay. You'll hurry up and wait. That's what we did. Get down to 6,000 feet. We did. But it's gonna take a minute. All right, back to what we were doing before we got interrupted. ILS Loke 109.5 238. 109.5 495. And course was 238. For the course. Let's go nav source to Loke. There it is there.
Moxie 386, turn right, heading 350.
Right turn 350, Moxie 386. Now I just got to figure out how to change the course and we'll be good. Is that in here too, under like PFD or something? Heading, bearing. Not that. BOR2, FMS2. Headings. Oh, magnetic or true, I see. Barrow, rad. Yeah, this is where we put in our 841. So 841. 5. Yeah, I'll do 900 on that. That's fine. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to change my course. Interesting. I think you can click on it and change it. Is that what you have to do? Well, we can't because of the, yeah, we don't have the thing. I need to be able to manually change my course. Manually change the course. That's going to be a little more difficult, I think, of an ask. If you were course control, where would you be? Is it you? No, you're DSK. Not you. So we're in a very unique situation. I'm kind of glad it happened because I've never had this happen.
Birmingham approach, American 620, good
there
evening.
We're
descending to 4,500.
American 620, descend at your discretion.
Yep. It's Murph and the boys back there, the ones that are getting us slowed up. Man, interesting. And it's their comms that we're hearing doing that chirp, chirp, chirp. Pretty
Moxie
certain.
386, turn left, heading 285, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000. Descend and maintain 3,000, left turn heading 285, Moxie 386. y'all. If only I could figure out how to change this course. I'm trying to read the manual while doing this because I've never experienced this before where I have to manually change the course to even get an ILS. I mean, we don't need it.
American 620, loud and clear.
Per se. I have a feeling it's going to throw me in the weeds. Trying to figure this out. This has to be like an advanced thing to do, I would imagine. To change this course. It's not automatically changing it for me. So we're just not going to, we're not using it as a nav display. We're using it for DME basically. Flaps 2. Speed checks for flaps 2.
Moxie 386, turn right heading 305, descend and maintain 3000 Birmingham Airport at your 2 o'clock, 11 miles. Do you have the field in sight?
Down to 3,000, we're doing that. Thought I had it in sight. Turn right heading 305, descend and maintain 3,000. We do not have the field in sight yet. Moxie 386. Where's it at?
Moxie 386 cleared for the visual runway 24 approach.
Cleared visual runway 24 approach, Moxie 386. Where is the airport.
2500.
Yeah, 2500 call out. Pulling 3. Yeah, it should be right off to our left. I do not see it. Unless it's over there? Damn, man. This is just wild. Wild flight. There it is. We just passed it. Moxie 386 field in sight. I'm taking the auto throttle myself. Gear down.
Moxie 386, Roger.
Trimming her back. Laps 3. Go above VREF by like 5 knots or so. There we go. That's good. And flaps 4. We're so hands-on. I'm not doing the landing checklist.
Sun Country 8224.
It is what it is.
Departure. Good evening. Moxie 86. Contact Birmingham Tower on 119.9er.
Birmingham Tower on 119.9er. Moxie 386. Birmingham Tower, Moxie 386, visual 24.
Continue approach runway 24.
They have a fire going on here? It looks like it.
Moxie 386, Birmingham Tower, runway 24, winds 320 at 5, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, Moxie 386. Last 4, gears down, 3 green. Land. A little high, adjusting.
November 14 Yankee Hotel, hold short of runway 24.
We just didn't have enough time to go through a manual to figure out how to change the course manually. In a weird situation. Crosswind from the right. We have the runway made, not worried about the pathways.
Hold short of runway 24.
Hold short of 24, November 14 Yankee Hotel.
American 620, welcome to Birmingham. Contact ground on 121.7. Moxie 386, contact ground on 121.7.
Ground 121.7, Moxie 386. See you. Yeah, the airplane rolls on the x-axis quite a bit.
November 14 Yankee Hotel, cross runway 24.
Cross 24, November 14 Yankee Hotel. November 62, November Echo, hold short of runway 24.
hold short of 24, November 62, November Echo.
Okay.
November 62, November Echo, cross runway 24.
Start the timer.
Cross runway 24, November 62, November Echo.
Timer, we go 2B, and then AP bleed off, and flaps up. I'm going to Alpha 3. Birmingham ground. Good evening, Moxie 386, vacated 24. We're going to gate Alpha 3.
Moxie 386, Birmingham ground, taxi to terminal gate A3 via Alpha. Have a good evening.
Gate Alpha 3 via Alpha, Moxie 386. Good evening. All right, taxi and Omnian. Let's clean up the airplane. Strobes off. Taxi on there is fine. Turn these guys off as well. Wing inspection can go.
November 14 Yankee Hotel, cross runway 6. Cross 6, November 14 Yankee Hotel.
Going to Alpha 3. Alpha 3, y'all. Okay, a little nub on the north side there. Yeah, that was a strange one. We didn't have any data for the arrival, which is fine. We asked for the visual approach. I just wanted to make sure we had the localizer for DME purposes. We could not see the airport. We were coming in the airport. They were asking us if we saw it. We did not until we did, but we were far enough out of the way we could make the airport, so we did not
November Echo, cross runway 6.
go around because of that.
Cross runway 6, November 62, November Echo.
Which is fine. But yeah, I could not figure out how to manually change the course.
American 620, cross runway 18.
That would have helped,
Continue taxi via
but
Bravo Alpha.
Not the end of the world. Why do you turn those things off? The pumps are turned off so you can do a single engine taxi if need be. I believe the APU bleed is an off for the for like the horrible smell the APU would give the cabin. I'm not 100% on that. I just know that it's like called 2B flap. So you do timer, then you do the 2B pump, and then your APU bleed off, and then your flaps go up. That's just A220 call out thing from what I've read. And then once we get to the gate, then we can turn the stuff back on. But with the 2B pump off, we can actually taxi on one engine if we wanted to.
American 620, be advised, uncontrolled traffic at your 10 o'clock 300 feet, not injected by SayIntentions.
Looking for Alpha 3. I don't see my people out here. Is it around? It's around the corner, I believe. There goes somebody taking off.
Southwest 2168, cross runway 18.
Southwest.
Cross runway 18, Southwest 2168.
That's American down there. They're going to a weird ramp. Yeah, Alpha 3's on the other side of Concourse A. I thought it was. I see our gate. Got it in sight. Flash them. Where are we at on 4 minutes? We have to take our time getting into the gate. We need to be 5 minutes before we can do engine shutdown on the 220. Otherwise, you will damage the engines, apparently. The scenery is by Fly Too High. The Birmingham. Now we're at 5 minutes, so we're good. Let's just let this thing roll at a good idle speed here. There we go. Now we got Gangnam Style. Look at that. Look at him go. All right. Should we watch the replay? We'll go ahead and we'll put the flaps down. Let those travel. We'll get our lights on again. Get those on for this. This somebody who took off, I think. Yeah, that should be good for the replay. And the APU inlet will be out. That's okay. The exhaust. I'm gonna hop off of SayIntentions. And we'll hit replay. Yeah, they had a fire out there. That's interesting. So touchdown was about right here. Right about here. Chase plane's gonna take 80 years to open up here. Come on, Chase plane, you can do it. There it goes. Need to turn the whatchamacallit down on this. It's way too much. Way too much. No, I didn't want to edit the group. I just wanted to edit the whatever. Drone. And then edit. And then we go to track. Go into tracking mode. We go fast mode. And we spin it around. We had a lovely landing in the old A220. Here we go. Here is our landing, y'all. You see that crosswind we had from the right there, and we threw the crab out right over the runway here. You'll see right here we started decrabbing the airplane. Little right aileron into the wind. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, she rocks left and right on the x-axis a lot. I don't know if that's part of the real airplane or not. But I've seen a lot of planes in the flight sim do that. Remember we had the A350 did that. The Phenom does it. We had things like that all the time happen. It's just a simism thing. Well, I mean, you can pay for what variant you want. If you're going to fly the 300, if you want to fly the 100, you have options. Here's our landing again. Pull that flare. Beautiful. There she goes. That was our 8th flight, and you learn something new every flight. And in this particular one, we learned you need to have your let's judge our center line, right? In this flight, we learned we need to know how to manually move the course heading, the course knob around. Once we figure that out, then we'll be better prepared for that. Resume the replay here. Towards the airplane. This airplane is something that the sim community has needed for a very long time. There we go. Don't mind that APU exhaust. Centerline looked pretty decent. A little bit more left. That might be why she actually rocked around a little bit there. I didn't have that much of a decrab into it, it looked like. From what I could tell. Let's watch from the wing views. A breezy landing, I would say. See this stupid pilot missed the their threshold on the runway. Like, where's it at? Well, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. For one variant seems rather expensive. I don't know. Me personally, like how much I really like this airplane and what I had planned on before. I got lucky. I'm not an INI partner, but they did reach out and ask if I wanted to show it to you guys early. That aside, I planned on purchasing it, and I would have paid the money for it day one. And it's definitely there. The systems and all of that, there's so much enjoyment you're going to get from this airplane that you don't get from a Boeing, you don't get from an Airbus. And it's like you have the E-Jets option, but this is way more involved than any of the E-Jets. So to me, it's perfect. I love short hops, you know? Yeah, if that wing wobble can be fixed, that'd be great. That's just something that happens with a lot of planes in flight sim, that wobble. Captain Lee, you're very welcome. I got this, and I picked up this, and I bought Gulfport today as well from Louisiana. Louisiana, you know. but we're getting there. Like I said, we're starting to learn the airplane, and it's just taking a minute to do that, you know. But it is pretty. Sure is pretty, isn't it? It taxi's so good too. All right, let's get set up at Alpha 3. So let's go to drone. The drone zone. Drone zone. Actually, before we do that, let's make sure that all of our lights are all turned off on this. I don't think it does that. No, it doesn't. And the whole dealioso here. Yeah, that's good there. All right, cool. All right, let's go back to... Oh, yeah, we'll set up this guy again. We'll do 2B. Okay, 2B off. And then AP bleed off. There we go. Now we can watch it come in. This is one of my favorite things to do. Just go to drone. Go to track. And now... Oh, we do this first. Set it up and then we'll track it. But we'll get to be on the ramp as if it were coming in. There it is. Performance is incredible on the airplane. I don't know what you're looking at, but for us, we had no issues with that. This airplane runs, I would say it runs just about as good as the Phoenix, to be honest with you. Here, we don't want the anticipation of the plane coming in. Here we go. Resume. Oh, we left the taxi light on, didn't we? Yeah, we left the taxi light on. That's okay. I'm trying to match up the animation with what the replay's doing on the nose gear. Not easy. There we go. There we go. And we are on the stand now. Parking brakes on. We will end the recording ended. Nice. No, I want to save that one. I can keep my replays at on this. I thought I had a thing for it. I'll just throw it in the D for now. That's fine. Call it Moxie KBHM 1. That's fine. I just wanted to save that replay. Eric, we're good now. All right, cool. We're at the stand. It's been 5 minutes, you know, on that deal there, so we can shut them down. So you do the old let them up, shut them down. So we'll go upstairs, and we'll go AP bleed on, and then let them up, and shut them down. The Delta way, anyway. All that Delta training I got back in the day, you know? Turn our hydraulics off. On that, emergency lights can go to the off position as well. And just like that, we made it. Beacon light goes to the off position. And now, well, we could do our checklist, I suppose. Should we do our checklist? Let's do it. Even though we had a heck of a, shutdown. Nose steering, that's what we do. You turn the nose steering off after the parking brake. So you do let them up, shut them down. So you go parking brake. And then whenever the captain gives the let them up, shut them down, the Delta call, you go nose wheel steering off, then you can shut them down and all that. That's fine. We did that. APU is on. Slides disarmed. We would check that on the door page. They are not disarmed, but we're going to have them. Oh, actually, we can contact ground for that. You know what? We're just going to do it through this because I already disconnected from Let's do the jetway, and then we'll open the door. So that will disarm the forward door, which it did. And slides are disarmed. Flight control test is not required. Complete. That is a flight from Fort Lauderdale to Birmingham. The thing is, I did not think that we would have the issues that we did on the arrival. I apologize for that. I don't know why the airport doesn't have the approaches working in it. Kind of strange. Why are we not getting any sound? Is the APU not running? It is 100% running, right? We're in run mode. Yeah, APU is on. That's strange to me. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see here. Music. Yes. Thank you all so much for all the love and support, for hanging out with me today on this wonderful flight up to Birmingham in the A220. We'll be flying it more. Probably next time will be Gulfport down to Fort Lauderdale. We'll do that. It comes out tomorrow. You'll have that to enjoy if you are looking forward to the release of the A220. I'm not a type-rated pilot or anything. I got my PPL back in 2007. I'm no longer current. I have no interest in flying GA anymore. But regardless, I'm a flight simmer. I enjoyed the airplane. Thank you all so much. We'll see you.